Hi, everybody. We are at the Boulder Chamber. We're going to talk with John Tayer, the Executive Director, next here on Boulder Channel 1 and find out what's going on at the Chamber this spring and then all of the different programs that they have.
My name is John Tayer. I am President and CEO of the Boulder Chamber. So the Boulder Chamber is, we like to say, the flagship business support and advocacy organization for Boulder. That means that our 1,200 plus members come together for three things: business services, which means networking, connections, building business relationships that help build their business. We are the advocacy organization for business interests, so we speak on behalf of business interests. And then third, we are the economic vitality arm for this community. So we are working to support our primary businesses, make sure that they are able to develop and succeed in our community because they drive the full strength of our economy. We, every month, have a whole crop of new members that join our organization, and we want to make sure that right off the bat they understand all the services and opportunities that they have through the Boulder Chamber to build their business, to get connected with our organization. So we provide an orientation session, it's about an hour and a half, where we introduce them to the Chamber, we introduce them to some of the other new members at the Chamber, but as well as many existing members come in just to welcome them as well to the organization. First of all, if you are somebody who joins the Chamber, you can access our discount services. Let's say you're a small business and you need office supplies, or you need health insurance or workers' comp insurance. We have deep discounts that you cannot find any other place, so that's right off the bat. Often that pays for the cost of membership. But also they do get those business-to-business relationships because we are such a center of business activity that then allows them to build and grow their business. The Boulder Chamber ambassadors, we like to say, are the front lines of the Boulder Chamber. They are the members who volunteer their time to connect with our events, help us to serve our members. But frankly, they spend just a lot of time with us, and they find great value in their connection and association with the Chamber, and we get great value from their volunteer services. We have a group that is growing like gangbusters. All the individuals in our community who classify themselves as young professionals. But it's certainly primarily focused on folks who are at the beginning stages of their career, but they're also very actively involved in doing nonprofit work and service in the community, and they just have a lot of fun in their activities together. Leadership Fellows is an opportunity that we provide every year for a class of individuals who are thinking, I want to engage in this community and better understand all the different facets of what makes it work. So every month, this class of Leadership Fellows get together. We have programs for them that are about a half-day program or sometimes full day, where they learn about all the different entities and organizations and leaders in our community that they will move on and participate as active, involved members of our community, either on a board position for a government or a nonprofit organization, or many of them end up running for political office. One thing that we do have every year is our Esprit Venture Challenge, and it's a $10,000 competition amongst new ventures to essentially pitch their concept to a group of judges that are entrepreneurs in the community or folks who support entrepreneurship, who weed it down to then the final three contestants, and then those three contestants compete in a pitch competition at our Esprit event every year, usually in the fall. The Business Women's Leadership Group is a group that initially came together as an opportunity for business women to support each other in their business success. And I would say that that group has now become one of the strongest cohorts in the Chamber of connections, of business-to-business relationships, and mentoring. But I will note that it's not just women. A lot of, I say, the smartest men also show up to the programming because much of the programming and training is universally valuable. So that is a group that meets every other month in the mornings at the Boulder Chamber and is a wonderful avenue for, in particular, women to come and get connected to the business community. Lead groups are groups of business leaders who come to the Boulder Chamber on a weekly basis usually, and they tend to be limited by the types of business. So they will have one insurance provider, one person who is a lawyer, et cetera. And through their connections in the community, they try to drive the business-to-business relationships that allow each of the members of that leads group to get additional clients for their business. Community Partnership Council is our opportunity to work with the nonprofit members of the Boulder Chamber to help address their very specific needs, which it turns out are very similar to what for-profit interests are. So the focus of the Community Partnership Council has been to create stronger relationships between nonprofits and for-profits. We recognize that when they are doing business with for-profit entities, there should be mutual benefit across the board. It's not just that for-profit businesses are giving away philanthropy, they are making strong connections that benefit the for-profit business as well. So we try to make sure that we're facilitating those in a variety of different ways. So the Boulder Chamber, as I said earlier, is the voice of business interests in this community. And I always couch that by saying that we do it in harmony with the other values of this community, the environment, the social programs. Those are all assets that make it a wonderful place to live and work, but also are elements of a strong economy. So we speak on behalf of business interests with all of that in mind. But somebody has to make sure that when the city is taking action on a particular issue, that business interests are represented at the table, and that's what we do as an organization. So we, through our advocacy programming, supported and advised by our Community Affairs Council, which is a broad, diverse group of business interests that come together monthly and give us recommendations on policy issues, and then ultimately those recommendations go to our board of directors that makes the final decision on what policy decisions and actions that the Boulder Chamber is going to take on behalf of business interests. So the City of Boulder is engaged in a variety of planning processes around transportation and mobility in our community. We are very focused on what we say regional mobility, because we recognize that there are about 60,000 folks who are coming into this community on a daily basis to perform their work responsibilities, and our road capacity our roads are at capacity, so we have to find alternative ways for folks to get into this town, either alternative transportation or improvements to the roadway system. We're focused on making it easier to commute in and out of the City of Boulder. The business directory comes out annually, and it's our opportunity to market our business members. We have in there a whole list of all the different businesses that are members of the chamber by category, so that folks who are associated with the chamber know that they can do business with other chamber members who support our activities. But it's also a wonderful magazine that speaks about what we're doing at the chamber and tells our story as well. Business After Hours are part of our member services. They're the opportunity for our members to gather in a more social, loose setting with fine food and good drink. But it just creates a great social environment for building your business connections. So Beer with John is my favorite program, and it's my opportunity to have a casual sit down with members over a beer or some other cocktail at a local restaurant or bar. And it's very casual. We don't ask people to register. Whoever wants to show up and have a conversation, maybe it's about a city issue that interests them or their business needs. It's a great connection, and obviously the focus is the beer, but I'm also there to have good conversation. Yeah, we do ribbon cuttings. We start with the fact that we have 3 pairs of large scissors that our members can check out. We also will market those for them if they want to get a broader public attention to their ribbon cuttings and the opening of their new business. And many times we will also be asked to come and attend those ribbon cuttings. So I myself am very proficient at taking those big scissors and cutting that ribbon for the opening of many businesses around town. So every year we make sure that we touch all of our members. We reach out to them twice a year at least if we have not seen them, to make sure that they understand what are the activities that are happening at the chamber, some of the valuable services that maybe they're not aware of, and just to check in and make sure that we know what their needs are so that we can respond to them and make sure that they feel a strong connection to our organization.
That's it here from the Boulder Chamber. I'm Jan Scott, and you've been watching Boulder Channel 1, and right here on BV22. See you next time.